Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Chaz Jackson coming back to you once again, representing GNG Gift and a Gift. Hey, just want to take the time to tell you thank you for giving me your eyes and your ears once again as we get ready to dive deep into a new topic, some new inspiration that I pray will plant like a seed in your mind and assist you in becoming a greater version of yourselves. Now, as I was diving deep into scripture this week, I came across a story of Christ himself. And early in his ministry, he began to get portrayed or accused of being the devil. You know, he had the ability of casting out demons, and people said that he was the devil because he was able to do this such things. And he was being accused by his family, his community, by teachers of the law. Christ said a question. I know he had humor when he asked his questions to all these individuals. He said, how can Satan drive out Satan? You know, when you think about Satan, Satan is known as being the kingdom of darkness. When you take the word darkness and translate it, a word that relates the same as darkness is ignorance. In essence, Satan has a kingdom of ignorance. You know, when you take the word ignorance, it means lack of knowledge. And when you think about lack of knowledge, it has effect on people, which influences culture, in various environments. It influences work, right? It can also influence ourselves within, right? It can influence us to a point that, you know, we are abusing ourselves based off of lack of knowledge, right? Which entail actually affects other people that is looking up to us as guidance, for you know, for that balance or finding balance within their lives. They're looking at us as role models, right? So Satan lives in ignorance, kings and queens. And when I think about that, you can actually change Jesus' question into, how can ignorance drive out ignorance? Number one, ignorance is not looking to drive itself out. This is what I believe Christ was getting to. You know, and even if ignorance had the ability to drive itself out, it has no power to do it. It has no power to drive itself out, simply because the person that ignorance is already in or within only has the power to get rid of it. So where am I going with this, kings and queens? It doesn't matter externally whether you curse at ignorance, whether you get someone or go after someone and try to fight ignorance, or whether you call the law on ignorance, or whether, you know, you exploit ignorance on social media and tell everybody how terrible it is. It doesn't matter unless you change your thought of mind within about ignorance. That is the only way that you can drive ignorance out. And kings and queens, I want to encourage you, and I want to plant this seed, that in order for us to drive out ignorance or drive out lack of knowledge is to renew our mind. You know, God said our people perish because of lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is the kingdom of light, kings and queens. We have to, whatever circumstance that we're going through, that we don't have that necessary knowledge, we have to go after it in order to get rid of that knowledge, or to get rid of that lack of knowledge in whatever area we're striving or having difficulty in. And kings and queens, at times, that ignorance don't want to leave so easy. There's going to be struggles. There are going to be temptations while trying to get rid of that ignorance or that lack of knowledge or that kingdom of darkness or Satan himself, whatever way you want to look at it. You know, he's gonna be down on you. He's gonna pound on you. But God tells us, do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what his will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. And the only way we can do that is look deep inside of ourselves and find that inner purpose, find that vision that's going to allow us to want to look past the ignorance that's externally, that's trying to influence us and trying to capture our minds and trying to be like a puppet and dance to their tune, right? We have to strive and try to overcome that negativity that's bringing us down and only be influenced by good and positive energy that's going to strengthen us to a greater version of ourselves, kings and queens. That is the only way. We have to renew our minds on this one. But that's what I took from that question whenever I really dwelled and planted that question Christ was referring to like a seed in my mind. And let me know what you think about that. I know this video got a little longer than what I tend to like to keep my videos short for you guys, but that really touched my heart. I feel like God was calling me to make this video. And let me know what you think about that. Let me know your comments on that. If you're struggling with any type of deals that you feel that I could assist you with, feel free to drop me a PM, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Also be praying for me, because these particular trials and tribulations we struggle with daily. We struggle with them daily. And we have to continue to renew our minds daily. But stay up with GNG. More videos coming soon. And remember, we are God's Echo. Peace.